Welcome to another Soul Sunday with me, my darling co-host Yvonne, our friends on the hill, and many other unseen and powerful beings. First of all, thank you so much for all your lovely comments and feedback. It means the world to us, and we're so happy to share all of this with you. I hope you will be equally or more inspired today. This session will be shared on YouTube later. You're welcome to participate and ask your questions live or in the chat with any comments or questions. Facebook comments or questions will be answered after the show later today. If you don't want to appear on the recording, you can just turn your camera off. And another important reminder, whatever we say, check with your inner knowing what feels true for you. We're not gurus, we're here to inspire. Last week, I shared my recent experience of what seemed like a heart attack, but revealed itself as a profound system upgrade, a breaking open of the heart to hold more light and become a more clear channel. In the emergency room, I dropped into a field that I hadn't touched in lifetimes. The sacred space between Lemuria and Arcturus. I get goosebumps just talking about it. And it is a field to bridge worlds, maybe words too. Spirit and matter. It's a place to feel whole and remember your soul's purpose and potential. You can watch the episode on my YouTube channel. And I think Yvonne already posted some links here. Last Wednesday, we had a powerful and deep remembrance healing event right under the full moon. For me personally, it was such a gentle, peaceful, and powerful experience at the same time. And it seemed like many of those who were with us had the same. They sent me some lovely comments afterwards. I do have a question from a participant from previous conversation. Diana, you asked if I can explain more about the hill that I'm working with, and also what, as humans, what is our role in the cosmic whole, in the whole cosmic scheme of things. Big questions, and I will start with the last question. Our biggest learning or role is to understand duality and oneness. There's been thousands of books written on the subject and thousands of podcasts talked about it, but whenever I look closer, what it all boils down to is duality and oneness. To really deeply fully understand duality and oneness and how to navigate between these and understand how we create our reality and what enormous potential we have, either alone or as a collective, then it becomes even stronger. The hill that I'm working with is a collective of real humans, non-verbal autistic friends that I've met and worked with, both in their daycare and co-eds where they live. If you're familiar with telepathy tapes, you maybe heard about alternative ways of communicating. This is real, it's tested again and again, and I think they're on their second season now. And last year it was Spotify's most listened to podcast worldwide, which is quite impressive. They talk a lot about consciousness, that it is everywhere and we share it. Many nonverbal autistic have mastered the art of telepathy because otherwise it can be very lonely. Imagine having so much you want to communicate and you don't really have the means for it. There are many ways to do it, like spelling boards, but it's still limited. And in Sweden, it's not that promoted. It's not popular in authoritatively speaking. However, 9 years ago, I realized I had the talent to use telepathy. He was an autistic friend I worked with in a workshop. He made me aware of it in a very tangible way so that I never had to doubt it. I was fiddling with some things that had to be stacked in a certain way, and I was tired. Afternoon, I just couldn't figure out. And suddenly I feel this gentle, warm kind of whisper. It came like inside of me, like a frequency, and entered as words. And the words were just, okay, how about you try this? And then I was instructed exactly how to do it, and it fit. And I just looked back at my friend, and he was just laughing. He was so happy. I have also worked very closely with another friend for those last 9 years. Excuse me. And I remember a time when we had been on a trip to the west coast of Sweden. It was getting a bit late. We had to get home uh, in time, and I realized I had to fuel the car. And when I took out the card at the gas station, I realized I don't remember the code. And I was just standing there and, okay, what now? I didn't have enough on my personal card. And then I hear again this gentle kind of frequency feeling translated into words. And he said just, how about you try these numbers? And he explained the numbers. I looked at him, put in the card, tapped the numbers, and it was the right code. And maybe like half a year earlier, because it's been a long time since we were out driving, he probably just have registered, because sometimes, you're like entering digits and you talk to yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe I've done it silently, but loud enough for him to pick it up and remember it. So since then, I've been working closely with a small group of people here in Sweden. And in February, they invited me to participate in their meetings, which happen in another dimension. And because I already knew that I could astral travel, so for me it was quite easy shift. I've done it since forever. I remember my first time when I was maybe 2 years old, that I was both time and dimension traveling. And this is something you can learn. So at 5 a.m. every morning, we meet, and it has been life-changing, to say the least. It's a combination of mentoring and discussions about just about anything, really, but mostly our consciousness, awareness, and awakening, and life on Earth, of course. I highly recommend checking out the Telepathy podcast if you haven't already. Yvonne has posted the link in the chat, and I'll do the same on Facebook and YouTube later today. Yeah, thank you, Solveig. Yeah, they're absolutely great. I listened to the whole season, all of them in one take. And here is the message from the hill from this morning in their own words. They start with these words. You are the creator of your life. Release what hasn't worked, but take the wisdom with you. We are talking about true liberation of the soul and the human being. Religion has historically been about oppression, control, and manipulation. When we speak of spirituality, humanity, God, earth, and everything interconnected, we're speaking of finding God within you. God as a universal intelligence that is everywhere. We, on the hill, are a bridge between worlds, here to bring clarity and see beyond all illusions, beyond the destructive programming that has enslaved and hypnotized humanity far too long. We exist physically and spiritually as multidimensional beings and have the ability to work across dimensions, as do all human beings. This potential lives in everyone. Nothing can stop the wave of spiritual and human awakening on Earth anymore. The wave is already in motion, washing across the planet. It may take years, but time isn't what matters. Change is what matters. And change is determined by how many souls realize their full potential and truer truths. That was tricky to say. And they end with saying, we, all of us, are the creators of our lives. God is within you, and you are within God, a God that is free from religion. Here and now on earth, and here and now in eternity. They also wanted to share a little piece that I absolutely love. It was actually a transmission from August when I had a 21-day meditation self-worth, self-love challenge. And they wanted to participate every single day. The secret to fulfilling life, regardless of your circumstances, is to understand deeply that we are on a journey here on earth and in eternity, and that everything that happens is meant to be. A fulfilling life means you don't take what happens so personally, but can meet it with curiosity, especially when there is resistance. You only grow through friction and celebrate your successes when you notice that you are being polished into a diamond, facet by facet, and can enjoy your new victories and share them with the world. The sparkling brilliance of your soul's wisdom sprung from the eternal intelligence we are all part of. It's beautiful. What you can choose is your attitude toward what you encounter, and therefore your circumstances also change accordingly. Can you see the beauty in this? That by walking through darkness and difficulty with trust, you cannot help you cannot help but meet the light, the same light that is within you. Blessed human kin, we love and honor you. Greetings from the Swedish Hill Collective that I'm working with. Thank you, thank you. So, my dear friends, today Yvonne will share a grounding meditation, and there is much healing in it as well. It's an invitation, and she's working very much with Mother Earth, being present and finding your inner voice. your homecoming and your essence. On Instagram, it's actually called Back to Essence, your account, right? And Facebook. Without grounding and earthing, spirituality has little meaning. And Yvonne is actually the grounding part in our relationship and our work together. And she's holding ground space for me and all of us in this Soul Sunday. So, over to you. I will mute my microphone.
Yeah, hello everyone. I only want to share some background music too. Hey, I feel so grateful to be with all of you today and with a much better internet connection actually in our little cabin and a little bit more preparing too because I need some help with the English still. So I prepared my meditation I want to share with all of you. And I have only shared this meditation with a few people, but in a Swedish version. So this is my first time I share this with you in English. And I hope you will enjoy. So let's begin. This meditation is a journey to the source of life. And I want to invite you to sit or lie down comfortably and make sure that you are warm and cozy. And close your eyes. So let's begin. Breathe slowly and mindfully into your body. Deep into your body. And out again. Repeat this 3 more times at your own pace and feel how the breath fills you from within, grounding you in here and now. Feel your body, your being, your vibration. Feel your inner light. Rest a moment in this awareness. Now, let your inner radiant body gently glide downward toward the earth and feel the moist, fertile soil, the roots of the great and small trees, and the embedded stones. Sink deeper and deeper through all layers of the earth until you arrive at an underground river. Lie down in the river. Feel the small stones beneath you and imagine how the cool, refreshing, and living water is flowing through you. Let it wash away all your tiredness, all your sorrow, and any heavy energies you do not wish to carry with you on this journey. When you feel ready, let the river carry you onward, deeper into the earth, until you reach a shore and lush garden. There is a meadow filled with white flowers in every color of the rainbow, dancing gently in the breeze. A forest with trees heavy with fruit, and tiny buds holding the promise of future harvests. A spring of the purest, clearest water, sparkling like starlight in the sun. And the animals of the forest watch over this place with kind presence. They see you, they feel you, and they welcome you home. This place is your place. Find a large stone in the meadow and sit down comfortably. Here you can listen to the birdsong. Here you can breathe in the scent of the flowers. Here you can watch the treetops sway in the wind. This is a place you can always return to whenever you need healing, strength, and renewal. This is the life-giving warmth of Mother Earth, your own garden, your source of life. Rest. Breathe. Restore. And recharge. When you are ready, walk back to the river from where you came. At the river, you can lie down again, the cool, refreshing, and living water, and let it carry you back to the place where you first descended into the underworld. Now, prepare for homecoming. Past the embedded stones, the roots of great and small trees, through the moist and fertile soil, and back into your womb, into your body. Breathe slowly, deeply, and consciously. You are fully refreshed, filled with energy and renewal, with a deep sense of belonging. open your eyes and you walk in beauty upon this earth, because now you know you have never left the source of life. Thank you.
Thank you, my darling. That was absolutely beautiful. For me, this was embodied spirituality, like eternity speaking through the spirit of earth, through Yvonne, like a transmission. This is what it's all about, to embody spirituality and your soul essence. The intelligence, the God spirit that lives in all of us. And I would say that many of the conversations with my or our autistic friends for the last many years have been around embodied spirituality. Very practical many times. Sometimes a bit far out, but after a while I sort of can integrate and understand what they're talking about. And I want to make a clarification. The spelling boards are wonderful tools. It's also called facilitated communication. There are many different versions and ways to work with them. And even if some authorities don't endorse this way of communicating, I have had so many profound experiences, words and concepts coming through that I just couldn't imagine myself. And it makes totally sense when you read it. Someone reads it out loud, what they're saying through these spelling boards. And spelling boards for me have been an entrance to better understand and validate the telepathy training. And it's a wonderful way for our nonverbal autistic to train their integration, actually. Many of them want to be able to one day speak words. And by using spelling boards, telepathy, or pictograms and other ways of communicating, they have a chance to start to, not everyone, but many, to be more independent. I have a friend who's actually been able to start typing on a computer all by himself, which he couldn't before. It takes a lot of energy and concentration and emotional support. So for me, it's real, and for many others too. Right. This was an intense half hour and very sweet. And if there are no questions, we're just going to round this up for today. So, for everyone watching live or the replay, I want to send you a little nice remembrance energy so that you can better remember who you truly are and what you're capable of. So you can tap into this field even if you watch or listen to the replay. So please balance, harmonize, align, purify, and cleanse. and assist and allow everyone watching or listening to this in any time or dimension to remember their wholeness. Remember your wholeness. Your source of creativity, passion, joy, and whatever gifts you want to bring to the world. And ensoul and fill up all spaces that are available within and outside of you with clear, pure, crystal clarity, crystal light energies, Mother Earth love, and God's wisdom. The same God and intelligence that lives inside of you. Your manifestation of heaven and earth in this dimension. Thank you. And here is a little filter of amethyst purple so that you can integrate what we've been talking and transmitting today and take with you what feels true inside of you. Thank you. And you are bright shining star and a miracle. You are all a beacon of eternal potential. So let your divine shine. Take care and hope to see you next week. Thank you.